The switch they never showed you. Listen carefully. This is not random. If you're hearing these words, then something in you has been waiting for this moment. They told you life was a race, to keep running, to keep chasing. They taught you that time and effort were the currency of creation, that success was earned through exhaustion and delay. But here's the truth they never wanted you to see. Reality doesn't obey your effort. It obeys your frequency. Every thought, every emotion, every breath is tuning the field around you. And that field doesn't care how hard you push. It only mirrors what you hold inside. Most people are trapped in the third dimension: separation, scarcity, linear time. But a small number are already living in the fifth, where time collapses, where opportunities find you, where the impossible becomes inevitable. You were born for this frequency, and right now, you can feel it. That subtle pull in your chest, the knowing that there is more. The door is open. It won't stay open forever. And once you step through, you will never see reality the same way again. Chapter 1. 3D versus 5D in one sentence. In the third dimension, you are separate from what you desire. Time is a straight line. Every step forward feels like resistance. You chase, you wait, you trade your energy for inches of progress. In the fifth dimension, separation dissolves. Time is not a line, it's a sea of possibilities. And you move by frequency, not by force. In 3D, you're trained to believe the goal is far away. In 5D, the goal is here, waiting for your signal to match. This is not theory, it's the architecture of reality. 3D runs on effort, 5D runs on coherence. One is a treadmill, the other is a current, carrying you to exactly where you're meant to be. And the only question that matters now is, which frequency are you feeding? Chapter 2. The quantum field responds to signal, not effort. The quantum field is not listening to how hard you work. It's listening to how clear you are. Your signal is the union of two forces, precise intention and felt emotion. When you want one thing, feel another, and act like a third, that's noise. And noise can't shape reality. It only scatters energy. But when your mind holds the vision and your heart holds the feeling, you become a coherent frequency. And coherence bends reality toward you. In that state, time collapses. The long road shortens. The impossible starts knocking on your door. This is not magic, it's mechanics. The same way a radio tunes into a station, your field tunes into the version of reality that already exists and pulls it into the now. Effort tries to push reality. Signal invites it in. And reality always answers the louder frequency you're broadcasting, whether it's fear or alignment. Chapter 3. Feeling is the secret. Mapped to physiology. Neville Goddard called it the wish fulfilled. Science calls it heart-brain coherence. They're describing the same thing. A field so aligned that reality has no choice but to match it. When your mind holds the vision and your heart holds the feeling, your electromagnetic signature changes. It becomes a precise set of instructions to the quantum field, not a request, a command written in frequency. And here's the key most people miss. Thought without feeling is static. Feeling without clarity is chaos. But when thought and feeling lock into harmony, they create magnetism, the kind that bends probability in your favor. In that state, the gap between imagined and real begins to dissolve. What you once called the future starts arriving now. This is why Neville said, feeling is the secret. Not affirmations repeated by a restless mind, but a state of being sustained until the world has no choice but to obey.
Chapter 4. Collapsing Time and Space. In 3D, time is a wall you climb. Every result feels distant. Every goal is measured in months or years. In 5D, time is not a wall, it's a curtain. And the moment your frequency matches the reality you seek, that curtain falls and the scene changes instantly. The long road shortens. The one day becomes now. And what you called impossible starts appearing in the most natural way. This is not about skipping steps. It's about erasing the distance between you and what's already yours in potential. In that state, the job you thought you'd have to hunt for finds you. The home you were searching for lands in your lap. The relationship you dreamed of arrives through a single, improbable connection. To the 3D mind, it feels like coincidence or luck, but in truth, it's physics of the subtle. When the field is coherent, space and time rearrange themselves to deliver what matches your signal. You're not bending the rules, you're remembering the higher rules they never taught you.
Chapter 5. The Observer State, your anti-drama protocol. In 3D, you were trained to react, to let circumstances hijack your mind, to let other people's storms decide your weather. But in 5D, you become the observer. You step back, not in detachment, but in mastery. The observer is the space between the trigger and the choice. It's the moment where drama loses its grip and clarity takes the throne. Here, you protect your field like sacred ground. You stop feeding the systems that survive on your scattered attention. Because every time you get pulled into the chaos, your frequency fractures, and a fractured signal cannot magnetize what you desire. The observer knows, not every battle deserves your energy. Not every noise deserves your ears. This is not passivity, it's precision. It's knowing when to act and when to let the field rearrange reality on its own. In this stance, your vibration becomes untouchable. And that is exactly why reality starts bending in your favor.
Chapter 6. Energetic Hygiene and Boundaries. Your energy is your most valuable currency. In 3D, you spend it without noticing. In 5D, you invest it with precision. Not every frequency deserves access to your field. Not every voice deserves to echo inside your mind. Energetic hygiene is not a trend. It is survival for your vibration. You clear your space, physically and emotionally. You choose environments that amplify your coherence and people who expand your signal instead of draining it. Because every interaction is an exchange. You are either gaining power or leaking it. In 5D, boundaries are not walls. They are filters, allowing only what aligns with your frequency to pass. This is not about control. It's about resonance. It's about holding your inner state steady so the field has a stable signal to work with. Clean field, clear frequency. Magnetism follows.
Chapter 7. Relationships retune themselves. When your frequency rises, not everyone will rise with you. And that is not rejection, it's resonance. In 3D, many connections are held together by masks, roles, and unspoken contracts of fear or need. But in 5D, those masks dissolve. And what's left is the truth, sometimes beautiful, sometimes uncomfortable. People whose field no longer matches yours will drift away, not because of conflict, but because the signal has changed. Love here is not about saving or fixing. It is about presence and respect for divine timing. In this frequency, you learn that you cannot force someone to awaken. Each soul chooses its own pace, and interfering can delay the growth you wish to see. So you stop trying to pull others up to your vibration. Instead, you hold your vibration steady and let those who match it find you. Some will leave, some will arrive, and every shift will make your field cleaner, your connections deeper, and your path lighter. Chapter 8. Symptoms of the shift. When your frequency upgrades, your entire system rewrites itself, and you feel it everywhere. Sleep patterns change. Your body rejects certain foods. Crowded places feel heavier than before. You sense the unspoken tension in a room. You notice the truth behind someone's smile. Your emotions rise and fade faster, as if old cycles are accelerating. This is not breakdown, it's calibration. Your cells are releasing programs that no longer match your field. Your mind is dropping patterns that cannot survive in 5D. Some days, you will feel like you've outgrown entire versions of yourself overnight. And in a way, you have. These shifts can be uncomfortable, but they are proof that the operating system is changing. Every adjustment is your body, your mind, and your energy learning to hold more light, more coherence, more truth. You are not losing stability. You are gaining alignment.
Chapter 9. The Daily Coherence Protocol, 7 minutes. You don't need hours of meditation to enter 5D. You need consistency and a clear signal. Here's the protocol. Find a quiet space. Close your eyes. Breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 4. Exhale for 6. Do this until your body softens and your mind slows down enough to hear your own field. Now, drop your awareness into your heart. Recall a moment when you felt pure gratitude, the kind that warms your chest without reason. Stay there. Let that feeling grow until it fills your entire body. From this state, bring to mind the reality you desire, but do not see it as one day. See it, feel it, live it now. Breathe in the scene, anchor it in your cells. Repeat in silence, I am the signal, I hold the field. 7 minutes, every day. This is how you turn flashes of alignment into your default state.
Chapter 10. The Collective Field and Radical Responsibility. Your frequency is not just shaping your life, it's feeding the collective field we all live in. When you hold coherence, you are not just aligning your reality, you are weakening the systems that survive on fear, scarcity, and division. This is how the shift happens, not through force, not through debate, through a quiet, undeniable change in vibration. But here's the part most avoid. In 5D, There is no one left to blame. No politics to hide behind, no excuses about timing or luck. You are the origin of your experience, and every moment you are either strengthening the field or leaking into the old frequency. Radical responsibility means owning every thought, every emotion, every choice as a deliberate broadcast to the field. This is not pressure, it's power. Because when you choose alignment over reaction, you give the field a new blueprint, and reality, for you and for all of us, begins to reconfigure.
Final, activation. You are not here to chase. You are here to magnetize. Everything you desire already exists in the field, and it is your frequency that decides when it arrives. Guard it, strengthen it, live from it, even before the world reflects it back. Because the moment you hold coherence, the field reorganizes itself around you. This is not a theory. This is the architecture of reality. So type it now, anchor it, and let the field hear you. I am the signal. I hold the field. And remember, this choice made consistently turns knowledge into lived reality.